You invoice them, you do your certificate of completion. Certificate of completion should be for your scope, your line items. In there, there should be a term that says anything additional is we are not aware of, we are not aware of. We cannot release you for stuff we're not aware of. Because the homeowner might come back to you and say, hey, you guys did my roof and that was great, but my neighbor got their windows done and I realized my windows are bad. You guys didn't do a good job for me, so now you do my windows. Now you're responsible because you gave them a certificate of completion. I don't want that. I'm saying I completed the scope that I agreed to is completed. If there's additional stuff on that house, I don't know. I only know what I know. I happen to be a roofing contractor. I happen to be a siding contractor, whatever it is. I know what I know. I took care of the parts that I did. That's all I know. Now you want to go ahead and prepare. Like I mentioned before, we want to prepare the people about the next step. Let them know the check's going to show up. Don't let them get surprised because you supplemented and you're getting an extra $10,000 because they're going to feel that's theirs. Let them know, hey, by the way, there was added expense. Your insurance took care of it. Don't worry about it. They're sending out a check. Not only is it going to be the balance, but it's going to be the difference that we had to bill. Prepare them so they know that that's your money and not their money. Because if you don't tell them, if I get 10 grand extra, that's my 10 grand. That's the way I see it. And you can't blame them for that. It's your job to prepare them. It's your job to tell them. Easy way to avoid disaster, right? Let them know this is a check. Let them know it might have the mortgage company on it. Let them know it might have more than one name on it. Once you get the check, you want to go ahead and let them know when you're going to pick it up. If you need them to sign an affidavit, you can do that. I truly feel there's one of two ways to do this as far as mortgage checks. One of three ways. There's a company called Inc. out there that will help you. You can look into them. They will instantly pay you and take that check from you. There's some fees with that. Very cool option for those that can't wait. I personally like to take out an affidavit, have it all filled out, have them sign it, pick up the check, fold it up right in front of them, drop it in a FedEx envelope, send it out. Or you can actually, and I learned this from, a lot of stuff I'm teaching, I learned from other contractors that do this because I've worked with so many different companies. I'm able to look under the way their process and say, this works, this works, this works, and kind of put it together, right? Connecting the dots, if you would. So another company would send out a self-addressed envelope that had a label to send it to their mortgage company, that had all the paperwork filled out, and all they had to do was initial it, drop the check in there, and mail it. So they took control that way. There's another way to do that too. You can leave them that package and say, when that check comes, you need to put it in this envelope, and you need to drop it in the mail. And then it's your tracking number. You can track it. You can look after it. It's much easier. So you're going to do that if you need to. Then what you're going to do is you're going to move.